top of the top. Y'all know what time it is. Cycling with Thoughts with your boy Benny Musa. Today I'm wearing a turban because I am sick of you people talking about my haircut. I might get one today. It ain't because of peer pressure either. I just feel like it's time to at least line it up. Anyway, if you don't know by now, I go by the name Benny Musa, creative director of Red Autumn NYC. How y'all feeling today? Let's get straight to it. Today, I want to speak about, and actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I got to give y'all, it's been a while since I've delivered this content in a different way other than on the bike, but I've just been so busy, I figured why not just give y'all something, right? Anyway, today I want to talk about the power of numbers, team and team building. It is important to understand that you can move fast on your own, right? But you move further with others, right? I'm gonna let y'all sit on that. You can move fast by yourself, but further with others, I'm sorry. I had that conversation on Sunday, when I broke my phone and I was chopping it up with a photographer who was telling me how, he's been really trying to figure out how to team build, and how a lot of people don't understand that, stop trying to gatekeep what's not yours. Like that person, if they're good enough, they're gonna surpass you, and you might as well be linked to their success instead of you holding them back because you're scared that you're not gonna get chosen. Well, maybe you should just up your skill then. I have no problem with telling somebody how to use an EQ, even the way that I use it, because at the end of the day, you still have to put the time in. You still gotta develop the ear, And if you took as much time as me, then you deserve wherever you're gonna go. But yeah, man, I see that a lot. I see a lot of people who get to certain positions, and this is kind of a two-part conversation. I see a lot of people who get into certain positions, and then out of like fear of the fact that their laziness will be exposed, when another youngin under them tries to ask for some advice, they tend to, withhold the information. And let me tell you something, man. People like that, it's a guarantee they ain't gonna make it too far. They only gonna stay exactly where they're at. Why? Because again, not only do you need people to help you move mountains, but also you gotta think of it like this. If you are training somebody, right, to be better than you under your tutelage, they're always going to remember. And guess what? When they climb to their heights, they're not going to forget about you. A lot of people have that fear, but I don't understand it. As far as I'm concerned, as long as you're good to people, they'll be good to you for the most part. That's how it works. 9 times out of 10, we just hear a lot of stories about the other side to it, but it's a one-sided conversation because they never really tell you what they did to get that person to a point where they don't want to fuck with you. Excuse my language. The other side to it is, as far as like, building that team, is that it strengthens the whole industry within your area or your section. It helps you to, there's nothing wrong with competition, but it really helps you to just be familiar and build a community with other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing, because you gotta look at it like this. For example, in the in the engineering community, right? There's pretty much two tiers. There is the elite tier, meaning your Quad, Manhattan Beach, etc., etc. Then you have the DIY, right? These are guys like me who pretty much, got sick of paying Quad prices and said, I'm gonna learn this myself, and then took this whole journey, and then just depending on who you are, you landed where you landed. See, what happened was, though, because of that influx, of course, there's guys who are charging like 30 an hour, and I think we had this conversation before. There's guys who are charging like 30 an hour, and then there's guys who are charging like 70. But what ends up happening is, because there's no standard, we can always undercut each other. And there'll be no stability in this industry. Every time the new person comes, they take all the clients, as they should, but they won't be able to sustain, because then they realize trying to undercut really leaves them at a disadvantage as far as like being able to pay rent and just simple things like that. Like studio can't survive off minimum wage income. This is what it is. But I say all that to say, now imagine if we were out here really trying to build communities with each other and really get in tune with each other. We can all be at a certain price level, and we can all eat, we can all win, we can all have a certain standard to how we're out here making money. Now, the funny part is, that actually happens naturally, right? Like, everybody, when you first get in the game and you're first trying to find your prices, you find your prices by looking at somebody else's. That's just how it goes. And so that naturally happens. But imagine that being a conscious effort to the point where, now it's a standard for all engineers, because you work in this within this community. It's a standard for all engineers to make no less than $30 an hour. Just to start. That's the power of community. Be able to come together and everybody just uplift each other. When you try to do things on your own, you are subject to the world. But anyway, that's just a little, of course, some thoughts that I had that I was swimming in my head with for the past couple days. Oh, another thing. This is super important. Having people around you that support you, man, it's so critical. And even, something, we had a conversation with my guys yesterday, and, I was saying, I don't want to have the crutch of other people, to get over my issues and problems. But then, they helped me quickly realize that, it's really the approach to it. If I, like, for example, if I was lacking in funds and I gave you money, then I'm enabling I'm enabling you. But if I give you information and show you how to do certain things, in order to reach a bottom line, that's different. That's not a crutch. And then you gotta have the understanding that when you're in a group, let's say you're in a group of 2, you have 4 legs now. And it's kind of hard, even if you have 4 legs, to walk on 3, right? It's like if one person in a group is down bad, then there's only so much that you can do. And so it's important that if y'all care about each other, that you make certain things happen for each other, or you enable your partners to be able to move a certain way so they can make things happen for themselves. Anyway, that is finally it. I am done talking. Usually these last 5 minutes, but they've been going on for like 10, 13 minutes. I've kind of had a lot to say. Again, like, comment, let me know how y'all feel, and tune in with me later. Again, I'm gonna try to give you some of this information in a different way. Again, I know I've been a little busy. Y'all see I'm working on a music video for myself. That should be dropping soon. But nonetheless, man, y'all have a good day.